Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome back to English class. In the previous class, we had discussed about plants, right? I hope everyone remembers about it. So what we learned in this chapter, we learned about plants that in this chapter there is a little story about Mrs. Juhi and her lovely garden, isn't? Yeah, and this is about plants. So what happened here? This Mrs. Juhi had a lovely garden at the back of her house. So this garden had many flowers and plants. So after finishing off her work every day, she used to sit in her garden in the evening, as she loves to sit in the garden. Okay, what happens one day? Her little daughter Rosie was also sitting with her in the garden, and she wanted to pluck a big flower. And when she asks her mother to pluck it, she doesn't allow it to do so. Why? Because she tells her daughter that by the evening, by the night, what happens is all the plants go to sleep like us. And these plants also feel pain and pleasure like us. Okay, when she asks her mother more questions about it, then Mrs. Juhi tells that all these things has been proved by J.C. Bose. And who is this J.C. Bose? Yes, Jagdish Chandra Bose. He was a great Indian scientist, isn't it? Yeah. By his experiments, he proved many things. He proved that these plants, they also sleep like us, they also feel happy like us, sad like us, they drink water through their roots, they breathe through their leaves. By stomata, they get their food from the soil, they eat, drink and feel. The only one thing, the difference between them and us is they don't move like us. Okay, so what happens then? Her daughter Rosie, she becomes very happy after getting all this information, and then she tells that from now on she'll never give them pen, she always take care of the plants. Okay, and one more strange thing she tells, that is Mrs. Juhi tells her daughter that there are some flesh eating plants also, and these are called insectivorous plants. They hunt their food by catching the insects and eat them, right? And which are those? Venus flytrap, pitcher plant and sundew. Okay, these traps these insects and they fulfill their hunger. Okay, and she was more interesting to know all such things about the plants. And then her mother, Rosie's mother, tell her to get in as her dad was calling them. So they goes in by telling that even Papa knows much more about the plants. Papa tells her everything about the plants. By telling this, they both goes inside the home. Okay, is that clear? Now we shall move on to the language skills. Okay, so now you have to tell this. Put a tick or a cross against each statement. Some plants eat flesh. That is true. Plants don't feel any pain. False. J.C. Bose was a great artist. No, this is wrong. He was a great scientist. Rosie is Mrs. Juhi's daughter. True. Mrs. Juhi's house has a garden. True. Mrs. Juhi loves to sit in her garden. True. Choose the correct option to fill in each blank. Plants get their food from the soil. Plants drink water by their roots. Plants breathe through their leaves. Plants eat, drink and feel like us. They don't move like us. Okay? Then it's time to answer a few questions. Where does Mrs. Juhi love to sit in the evening? So the answer for this question is, in the evening, Mrs. Juhi loves to sit in her garden. Okay? Now, second one, what does Mrs. Juhi have in her garden? And answer for this question is, Mrs. Juhi has many plants and flowers in her garden. In the place of have, you have to write has many plants and flowers in her garden. Okay? Now, question 3, what did Rosie want to pluck? Rosie wanted to pluck a big flower. What do plants do at night? Plants go to sleep at night. Yes. Next is fifth question. How do plants feel when we hurt them? Answer is capital P. Plants feel pain when we hurt them. Okay. Yeah. Sixth question. How are men different from plants? And the answer is yes. How are men different from plants? Yeah. For this, answer is men are different from plants as men can move, plants can't. Okay. And the next is, what do flesh eating plants do? Answer is flesh, capital F. Flesh eating plants catch insects and eat them. Okay. Name any two flesh eating plants. Two flesh eating plants are Venus flytrap pitcher plant. Okay, is that clear?